Felix, welcome to Best Ball Nation.
Yo. How we doing today? We got a notification. John liked it. Thank you, Mr. Philly Kid. That's what we're coughing all day. Alrighty. Looking for the lobby. Moving around so much. Since I got a free ticket today, but just depositing $20. Put that there. Give me a second. I'll present my screen. Share screen. Tournament name. George Pickens, guys. George Pickens being traded to the old. I want to be up here. To the old Cowboys. That was definitely interesting. Definitely didn't see that coming, but I mean, I knew he was going to get traded, but I just didn't know where. Cowboys didn't come straight to mind, but interesting nonetheless. I think he'll move up for a couple weeks. With the fresh news, I think Dak will move up a couple. The fresh news, but overall, I think. With DK there, it was kind of be similar situation. I think it's an upside if Dak can stay healthy. It's a better quarterback situation. But we got ourselves comment. Love, man, genius. Yo. Things are shaking up. Yes, sir. Dallas Goedert not moving is interesting. I kind of thought they were maybe in a, hey, I'll take your tight end. You give me your tight end, Eagles and Ravens. But I guess that's not happening. What else? Gabe Davis getting released. My highest owned wide receiver. But them drafting Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas coming on, wasn't leaving a lot on the bone for Gabe. So maybe also good news. I was talking to Dylan on the X, and he and I think there's some places that he could go. I was thinking either the Pats or the Dolphins. They really don't have a big X. Obviously, Tyreek's there. He could play that, but I think just another body. They added Andrew Armstrong, which is okay. But if you added Gabe, it's a little bit more than that, and wouldn't be that bad. Also, someone mentioned the Giants. I think that's a good place for him to go. His little reunion with Dayball, or back with the Bills. A lot of places he can go and he can have a little bit of an impact. I personally want him with the Chargers. Show Trey Harris the way how it's done early on, and then let Trey Harris cook at the end of the season. But we shall see. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. If you want to draft, you can. Team reviews. Okay, 11 and 12. Only one available spot, y'all. Yeah. Of course, looks like maybe only one of you will be able to get in, but team reviews are for the Patreon members only. It is patreon.com/bestballnation. So go ahead over here, hit the draft board. Obviously, my number one is Ja'Marr Chase. That shouldn't be too interesting. Got the 6th pick. I'm also in a slow. Do I have to hit something to go on auto draft? I do. Looking here, probably they're going to get Neighbors, Genty. Neighbors, Genty, or Lamb. Yeah, somewhere around there. It depends on who falls, right? What else has happened today? I think that's all that's really happened today. Chopper. Definitely drafted against him. I feel like I've gone against the Sports Queen, and I think that's it. So we got M Nelson 0519, which if you're an Xbox guy, the first thing I thought of was Major Nelson. Reno 89 feels like that's off that TV show Reno 911. Ethan Oliver at the 3 spot 29. Podster. I feel like I've heard that name, but I can't be for sure. The 4 hole. Canonica. No, maybe not Canonica. Conquita at the 5. No Zals. Wait, hold on. I got to be able to read this. No 2 All-Stars. Chopra at the 7. Nikki Rains 1-8. I'm at the 9. Jeff 5022. The Sports Queen, and then Not Bullish. Jeff 5022 seems like the bodiest bot name I've ever heard. I love it because it's like he's got the classic helmet. He don't get 2 Fs. He was born in 1922 or 1950. And his favorite number is 22. I don't know. I'm trying to get the numbers. I don't really know. Maybe he played center and his number was 50 and he's currently 22. I don't know. Or he was currently 22 when he got this. We got some chalk going over here, except for Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs falling a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. There he goes. Expect that to be Jahmyr, but I'm not entirely sure. There he goes. So who's at 7? I guess Ashton Genty is in this area. Genty, Neighbors. Forget who else is there. Ooh, yo. Are you out on Najee this year? No. I'm not out on Najee. I'm just not in at this price. I'm trying not to do too many of my DK Millie drafts. That way I can get a high percentage of them late. But currently I have him on, I think, maybe one team of my 5 so far. I'm waiting for him to fall to the 10th round or at the beginning of the 10th round. So 108. He's at 101.5 right now. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm not out. I'm just not in at this price. He's yet to fall to me in the 10th, but he has either gone in the 60s or sometimes like a pick 100. So who is your guys you're drafting right now? Every time right now? I am drafting Pat Bryant in the last round. I have been getting this is my strategy for this year. I'm very transparent. I don't really care if people follow my way I'm doing things. I'm going a Marion Hampton, and the goal is that hopefully Najee falls to the 108s area, and I'm going to be able to grab Marion Hampton and Najee. And I'm going to play that like that Dolphins year where it had Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane. I'm hoping that we get something similar to that action in the Chargers department, and I'm able to get both of them at a reasonable cost. Obviously, right now I'm not drafting him right now, hoping that I'm like helping his ADP fall just a little bit even further. Like I'm hoping that he falls to the 108 range. So right now, we're not doing too many of these right now. We're gonna do one probably once a week, and then And then I think when I come back from my break, aka I'm having a baby in early next month. So when I come back from my little break, then that's when we're gonna try maybe if his ADP is like 105, I'm gonna try to get him in the ninth, but I'm still hoping that he falls to the eighth. But this year, so Marion Hampton, Pat Bryant, so a couple rookies. I'm drafting a bunch of Cooper Kupp right now. I'm drafting mid-tier quarterbacks. So come eighth to 11th round, I'm drafting three quarterbacks. Brent, Felix, I keep missing out on getting into your stream drafts. I don't even know if you will be able to get into this one. There was one spot available, so I obviously can't check without jumping in. So there was one spot available before I launched. So I'm thinking about doing a community draft night. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes before I jump in every Thursday, so tomorrow, 9:30, and I'm gonna give the link to the StreamYard to anybody that wants to join, and you just send me a direct message on Twitter, and you guys can. I'll send a link to you, and you guys hop on, and we can have a chit chat. So that's going to be on Thursdays. So if you want to jump in on Thursdays, you guys are going to be more than welcome to. Okay, that's my first share of Garrett Wilson. Okay, so does that mean So Marvin Harrison went off. I'm drafting a lot of Marvin Harrison, which is funny because I was so out on him last year, but it was more of a price thing. It was like Neighbors is going at the end of round 2, and I was so high on Neighbors. I've been drafting a bunch of mid-tier quarterbacks too. We're on the same page there. I think you said you might not be the biggest fan of later RBs, but there's typically one RB each round I like. Yeah, I actually this is my first ranks versus the lobby, so I wasn't expecting it to be a zero RB team, but I'm pretty heavy on the early RBs because I'm trying to do a 3-5-10-2 build on all of my builds. That is my preset rankings set to. And so I'm typically trying to attack running backs early. And then, because I feel like, I think I mentioned like one of my first podcasts of this year or one of the last couple, you know what I mean? Then I feel like I have an advantage on attacking wide receivers and other people. Yeah. I have the link. How did I do that last week? Oh yeah, I looked it up on. Give me a second. Maybe Amazon. How do I look that up? Amazon, not porn. I know. I don't look at any porn. Amazon. Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. Man, I am so computer illiterate sometimes. Why is there a play tent camouflage? That is not what I want to look at. Okay, let's delete that. How about Amazon? Thank you. I can get that for you. I think I can get that for you. How do you look up baby registries? I wish I would have had accounts and lists, I bet. Can't. I'm trying to figure all this out. Find a list registry. I am Brianna Castro. Look at my wife's last name. See what she's got right there. Nope, that was not it. Baby registry. Brianna Castro. Clayton, North Carolina. Okay. Share. I don't even know what's on it. Is there anything on there? Let's see here. No. Here. Boom. Yeah, Puka. I'm a little off on Puka. I'm a little off on Puka because of his injury risk. Oh, JSN. I am I am pissing wide receivers right now, boys. See, this is where I'm like, should I adjust the ranks? Should I adjust the ranks? I don't know. But yeah, I don't want Brees Hall that early. Jeez, this is an RB heavy room. Laporta, I'm okay with that. I got a nice little Detroit stack going on. I'm a little nervous about the Detroit offense. Not like nervous in the sense that I don't think they will be good. I just, new offensive coordinator calling the plays. So we don't know exactly how that's going to go. It could be good. It could be. 4 wide receivers. This is interesting because I don't really have. I've been going so heavy RB early that I'm not entirely sure if this if my ranks are really set up to get running backs late. So this could be bad. This could be bad. See here. What do we have on here? Let's say. Yeah, nursing stuff, books and toys, other wet ones. It's a lot of girl stuff. We're having a boy. Diaper liners. No, there's nothing really fun on here. I guess that's why she made it and I didn't. If it was me making the list, it'd have like a. What would you guys put on a baby registry? Because I don't have any idea. So I would have put, I don't know. What do kids? I don't even know. Actually, I'm not a baby guy. I didn't grow up around babies. I was always the youngest, so everybody was always older than me. Did not grow up around babies. And then having to, I let my wife kind of handle the majority. Another wide receiver. Here we go, man. Who is going to be my first running back? It's a 0 RB team. It's officially a 0 RB team. Not ideal, but it is what it is. This shows me what I need to. Maybe I need to tone down the wide receivers a little bit. Isaac Newton, what's up? Yo. So, like I said, tomorrow is an open invitation to anybody that wants to join the stream on Thursdays. That's what I'm going to try to uphold. I think that'd be fun. We're a nation. If nobody joins, hey, there's no hurt feelings. And then probably we'll talk a little bit if anybody does join. If not, we'll just launch a draft and go from there. ASB, McConkey, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Laporta, and Chris Godwin through this first 6 rounds. My wide receiver room is cracked. Like, I feel great about my wide receiver room. I'm a little nervous about my running backs. And I love Laporta this year. I think regardless, I think he takes a step up. I think he was a little injured and dealing with injuries last year. So I think we have a bounce back season from Laporta. Who got here? Anything interesting going through this draft? Anybody double quarterback yet? No big mics in here. Baker Mayfield. It's interesting he takes Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's a good pick, but why Baker Mayfield this early? And Snauzer draft in UD right now. I'll pick something out after that finishes. I appreciate it. Struggling to triple task. Yeah, I can only imagine. Triple Schnauzers, man. I almost joined one, but I decided to throw 2 lineups into the Sunday or the hoops thing today. But guess what? It didn't work. And, apparently one of my drafts got canceled, and I didn't get an email. I thought they emailed you if you got canceled. So I didn't know, or else I would have thrown another lineup in there. But of course, it was the one lineup that I got. Well, I mean, I only did 2 lineups, but it was a Jokic lineup. So of course it was my Jokic lineup. It was projected for like 219. So I guess I should have. I didn't see anything crazy in there. And plus, I'm kind of done with. I don't know, but did y'all's Underdog on your phone stop letting you just be signed in? I have to double authenticate every time I log in now. Which, no offense, is like the one thing I hate about signing into the DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's see here. It looks like I'm not making any money still. I'm right on the edge. Bo Nix. Okay. That's good because I'm probably going to get Pat Bryant. I have him listed at like 160. This kind of feels like the year that I was super high on Nico Collins, where I had him on, I think it was 98% of my drafts. I got him in the 160s right now. I think I project him from like 700 yards and like 58 catches. So it's like, I don't know. It seems reasonable to me. I need to scroll it down a little bit. Just to recap, we have ASB, Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Sammy Laporta, Chris Godwin, and Bo Nix. Did we get a running back here? I don't think so. I don't think I have any in this range. It might be Jared Goff. I have Jared Pickens at pick 85 right now. So he went at 83. Interesting. Cup went at 79. Makes sense. Johnny Smith, I have way too high. But, he did kind of kill it last year. So that's my second tight end, my last tight end. So we're done at tight end at this point. Okay, so my 2 is done. So need the 3, 5, 10, 2. We're looking at a 1-0-5-2 build. So tight end is solid. I like Jonnu. I need to probably move him back a couple, but I don't know who I'm bringing up if I move him back. I guess I should put Goff in front of him based on what just happened, but I think this is also a good thing to test. So one, like if you fall asleep, you'll get a decent team. I'll probably make a little tweak here and there, see how it is, and then I'm going to put out the rankings after this. Back on the site, I did them earlier during my lunch break. I spent a solid 30-ish minutes on it. I mean, I've been thinking about it all day. Was like tinkering with it here and there, but I hadn't fully sat down. I spent 30 minutes fully invested doing them after tinkering all morning. Move them up and down a couple, you know what I mean. I'm also been addicted to these flash games. Oh man, they're tough to not be addicted to. What's it called? Let's see here. What is it called? Find Out. It's like a Where's Waldo type game, and there's another one called TDS, and it's just like you build a little tower, it moves to shoot things. Like it's free. You just got to watch a bunch of ads to play the game. Okay, so Kyler Murray and Caleb go. I know they're pretty high on my list, ahead of most of these people. Trying to think who's going to go next. Has Najee been drafted yet? Oh, I might get Najee. I have him listed at 100. I want him to drop to 108, but I have him listed at 100. He usually doesn't make it to 108, and a lot of my picks are still listed highly. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My drafts don't ever get to him, or he would never be drafted because there's always somebody ahead of him. This might be my second Warren Sheridan, Najee Sheridan. It might be an auto draft. We'll take it. Nothing crazy either. 105 is past his ADP. Oh, we are one pick away. We are one pick away from making history. I'm just kidding. Oh, Justin Herbert. Wait, did Najee go? Did I just not realize it? Well, I gotta check my ranks. What happened here? Do I have Herbert ahead of Najee? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't think I did though. Loveland. I know I got Burden next to my Loveland. I am going to the draft. I don't know which one's first. Oh, I still have another player in between this. Oh, but it won't take him. All right, cool. Najee's next up if he gets it to me. What else is it? So I think the Pickens, I think the number one always does better in a Brian Schottenheimer offense. But I think there will be weeks where Pickens spikes. So I think he's definitely worth the ad where he's going. I think he is worth an 80 round pick. Like he's gonna have huge spike weeks. Oh gosh, he doesn't make it back to me. Man, we're going heavy 0 RB. Heavy 0 RB. And it's only gonna be 5. It's not going to be good. It's going to draft like the last 5 rounds. It's going to be running backs. Unless Tootin's there next round. I think Tootin could get drafted next round for my team. Yeah, Burden. I'm not surprised if Burden got taken for me. I am high on Burden. I think he reminds me of a not as explosive Jamar Chase. The way he catches the ball, the way he wins downfield, his out game is really good. Like there's certain routes that when I see it, I'm like, okay, that kind of reminds me of Jamar Chase. Contested catches are good. He just doesn't have the I'm always open like Jamar Chase. I think he's the ghetto version of Jamar Chase. Oh, what up? My guy. Mr. Spread Estea. Ranks versus the lobby. It's the auto drafted team. We're going at 0 RB. What's the one player you have way higher than your rankings than others? Oh, yeah, Pat Bryant. I have him in the 160s. I think I have Jonnu a little high. I like it, but I could probably go without. Burden, I was higher than most people. In Joku, I have at 83, I think, or 84. So I think that's probably higher. I have Marvin Harrison at 28, but that's not like crazy. I'm trying to think of. Cooper Kupp never left my 80 spot. He was in the 90s, but they've come back to my median. I can take a look. Let's see here. What do I have that's crazy different? Garrett Wilson, I have 2 picks. I'm 10 picks above ADP on a Marion Hampton. I have him ranked at 33. 10 picks early on T-Mac. I'm 14 picks early on Sam Laporta. Mm, 10 picks on Waddle. 10 picks on Rome. I don't believe in the Rome FUD. I'm 20 picks the other way on Trevor Lawrence. Jesus Christ. It's really going to be a 3. It's going to be a 3-10-2 build before I draft my first running back. I have oh no wait, I have 68 on Cup and he's listed at 79. 10 picks on TJ Hawkinson. Bo Nix, I'm 10 up on. Nine picks early on Johnny. I'm at 80, 79. Nothing too wild. 13 picks early on Mark Andrews. I feel like he's going to tear it back up again. 15 picks ahead on Justin Herbert. That works out because I drafted McConkey in the first, or in the second, I mean. I have Aaron Jones listed at 108. I don't believe in Aaron Jones to be healthy, and I don't really care. You can't predict injuries. Yes, I can. I got Trevor Lawrence 15 picks higher than he needs to be, or than he's at ADP versus ranks. I pulled up all the mid-tier quarterbacks because that's where I want to draft my quarterbacks. Essentially, all my quarterbacks from round 7 to probably 14, they're all pushed up. One, because on DK, you need to make sure you grab your quarterback. If you don't get quarterbacks early, you get shut out real fast. And I want to make sure I get my quarterbacks, so my mid-tier quarterbacks. Rashid Shaheed. Okay, we're just gonna keep pushing running backs. Yeah, if I don't get running backs early, yeah, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. So I need to adjust the ranks. I need to bring some of these old yellers back into the fold. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. Hey, this is my first ranks for Salabi, If you gotta show up on Wednesdays or whatever day I decide to do these on, and it's about as free EV as you can get from a streamer. I don't know any other streamer that gives as much EV as I do. I let you guys jump in. I don't hold back. I also tell you what I'm going to draft. You pay $5. Guess what? You get as much free EV as you want. Patreon.com/bestballnation. You get to have my ranks. You can have my ranks up and draft right alongside of me and know that, hey, he's going to get this player taken. Because that's how it'll go from here on out. And I'll upload the ranks, do a draft, and stick with those rankings. But this one was the first one I kind of want to see what happened. And I need to move up the running backs. I need to move them up real far. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, on the mid-tier quarterbacks, I have them up in that range. I have Pacheco at 150. If he ever falls there, I'll take take him. I have Ray Davis high. Let's see, the first 200 player whose ADP is 200. Yeah, Pat Bryant, 212. I have him at 176, not 167. Look, ain't nobody beating me through the passing game right now. My quarterbacks are top tier. My wide receivers are top tier. My tight ends are top tier. What's my next running? Let's hold on. Let's see what my next projected running back, if he's anywhere near. Okay, we could get a running back this next pick. We could get one. We could see my first running back drafted. It should, based on everybody else's drafts. A 1.551. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys watched the DFS Army, but the guy Geek had on, I guess he won the puppy. I guess he was on Pete's stream and his dog was barking. Apparently he has some people he don't like. I really want to know who he doesn't like out here in the drafting stream area. I know it ain't me. I've never seen a Ray in my chat. If I had, I don't remember, and I apologize. But okay, we're getting Ray Davis. That's what I thought. Yep. There's a chance we go back-to-back running backs. I mean, all it takes is a James Cook holdout, comes in, tears his ACL because he tries to do too much early, and Ray Davis is set for a huge workload. Boom, boom, boom. I can predict the future. I'm such a spinner. I can spin this way to how I win. Who's my? Yeah, we ain't getting another running back. It's gonna be next. The next few picks will probably be wide receivers. Maybe. Flex. Keenan Allen might be the next wide receiver. I think. Give or take. He's a ADP 177, and I have him ranked at 75. So yes, for those who just popped in, I will be doing a draft tomorrow. Anybody is welcome to pop on. I will be sending a link out to anybody that DMs me on the X. I believe my handle is the Crying Buffalo, which I made just because I'm not like a Buffalo fan. I was a shit talking fat guy, and back in the day, crying was like, you're talking some shit, whatever. And I was fat, so still have fat. Not to change there. So yeah, that's where that name comes from. It was nothing special. I was trying to make it as a streamer. Well, I mean, I've been streaming for 13 years, or 14 years. Hold on. Since 16, 15 years. 15. I've been going at this for 15 years. And had zero notoriety. Obviously I didn't really have an audience to go to. I just did it because I love streaming. And occasionally, I'd get a couple spikes or someone would host me or whatever, but nothing ever stuck. So football and my boys, Blake, Dennis, Derek. Now I got, I got other people's. I got Brent's kind of an OG now too. You got all you guys in here. Mr. Spread Stare, a recent, a newer homie. I love Spread. I love Spread and Tyler. I of course I wasn't paying attention. It was Tuesday, mid afternoon. I should have been paying attention. I figured it'd be Keenan. I missed their draft. Of course, watched it minutes after they got done streaming it. I'm at work, so sometimes I'm in the zone, But I love them. I love Rob and Rob and Bernie and Rob. Not Bernie and Rob. Bernie and Andrew. Right? Am I wrong? I don't pay attention enough to their names. I do feel like they had some of the best chemistry for sure. They seem like brothers. Yeah. No problem, Spread. No problem. Noel. We might get Devin Neal. Here's my second running back. We're going to need some injuries, boys. We're going to need some injuries for this team to pan out. Maybe we can handle zeros, with how good my wide receiver room is. Now, some other people may not like it, but it is what it is. So far, we got ASB, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Sam Laporta, Chris Godwin, Bo Nix, Johnny Smith, Justin Herbert, Luther Burden. I heard someone call him Lance Burden today, and I was like, come on, man. Trevor Lawrence, Rashid Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Ray Davis, Keenan Allen, and now Devin Neal. So we need an injury, and we need an explosive preseason for Devin Neal to shine through. Yeah. Justice Hill. I don't think I have him listed on my thing. There's a couple running backs here I'm looking at. I'm like, well, I don't mind if I end up getting those guys. So it may not end up being that bad. Who else have I been? I stopped watching some people. I'm not gonna shout them out because that'd be rude that I'm not watching them anymore. But I have been watching all of FanSpeak stuff because they're good people and they come with the knowledge. The Candyman, aka the Fantasy Football Garage, my guy Pat, he's always laying down at the Fantasy Dog Pound. I like that show that he does with Billy on that he did this past week was on Sunday, adjusting the ranks and stuff, and they were just talking. I like a little communication. I like to hear what other people are thinking, and like I like to hear how people think, and like fleshing out their ideas or what their thoughts are. Because sometimes I feel like some people just throw up their ideas and don't actually give any context to why they think that. Like this person, oh, he's shit, obviously, and they don't give any context to why he's shit. Like, and I guess I always think that way because everybody was dogging on Najee, so I'm like, okay, but why do you think that? Oh, he's a cloud or dust in the clouds or whatever they call it. And I'm like, you don't have any information to back up what you're saying, or are you just saying it just to say it, you know? And a lot of the times they're just saying it to say it, but because the moment that Najee had a backfield all to himself, there was people like all of a sudden saying, "Hey, Najee's not looking too bad here." You know, like it's like, okay, so do you like the player or do you just like the situations, or do you hate the player and you hope that the situation of somebody else takes that situation? Does every slappy on this planet was love? Oh, I love Jaylen Warren. He's so amazing. Nobody's talking about Jaylen Warren anymore. I honestly, I'm sorry, wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have the juice. Oh my goodness. I hate when people just regurgitate what other mainstream players or streamers are saying. It's so boring. Okay, so this is where I thought because I have Roshan a little bit pretty high on my list. So we should be good there. This running back room, it is going to be light. It is going to be 5 points unless there's an injury. But if there is an injury to any of these three running backs, is people ahead of them, we're looking okay. And my wide receiver room is, far, is ahead of everybody else. And I think I'm in this lobby all myself because it was 11 of 12 and not, I'm not fast enough to back out. But it is what it is. It is what it is. DraftKings drafts go by so fast. It's not even 40. It's 40 minutes. I don't know about that. It's close to 40 minutes. Close. Everybody's got 3 quarterbacks except for not bullish. This man, Ethan Oliver, has 3, 5, 6, 4 tight ends, and he has Kelsey, Tyler Warren, Pitts, and Taysom Hill. Am I the only one that's out on Taysom? Like, he had a pretty severe injury. Am I not like understand? Taysom Hill. Injury? I don't. Taysom Hill suffered a season-ending knee injury December 24 while playing for the New Orleans Saints. He tore his ACL. I mean, I get that people can come back, but how old is it? Just tap him. He is 35. He's going to be 35 years old when the season starts, who just tore his ACL and is heavily reliant on his athletic ability / his strength. Am I missing something? Like, nobody comes. There's been like 2 cases where they come back from their torn ACL and amazing. And that was AP or AD, whichever you call him. And I don't remember the other one, but like, it's possible. OBJ couldn't do it at a younger age than Taysom Hill. I don't know, man. It reeks of a bad pick. I get that he has the option of playing quarterback, running back, actually tight end and other positions. I just think it's a bad pick. I'm not saying you're drafting terribly, even though you drafted 4 tight ends fairly moderately throughout this draft. It's not going to probably work out that well for you. But hey, look, my auto draft has got me 3 running backs past the round of 14. So who knows? Who knows? I know. Calvin Austin's a good pick now again. I mean, who knows who's going to be the wide receiver 2-ish, 3-ish there. I think I should probably move up Pat Freiermuth a couple, but I probably won't get too crazy with it. Marshawn Lloyd. I love me some Marshawn Lloyd. Happy to have him in the 19th round. Dealt with some injuries last year. If he stays healthy, there's really not much in the back room past Jacobs. Obviously, he wanted to LaFleur wanted to use Marshawn Lloyd, but he was just always injured last year. So maybe if he can stay healthy, it's a 1-2, running back room. This will probably be 99% will be the Kansas City running back, Smith, Rashard Smith. Yeah, I mean, I saw the video of Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, he's running, but it's not very fast. But that's just what my eyes see. I can't say that I'm right, but the way he runs is so aggressively against the ground, and whatever that injury is probably not going to help. I'm out on Pacheco. Never been for him. All these players need an injury. Obviously, I think after pick round 10, you're kind of hoping for an injury so your player can succeed. I'm not mad at it, though. If 2 of these get into a injury like succession where they get to move up because of an injury, I think I look good. Because my wide receiver, let's go ahead and break this down by quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. All right, so at quarterback, we have Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, and Trevor Lawrence. Do we have any pairings? We have Justin Herbert with Ladd McConkey. We have Bo Nix with Pat Bryant. And Trevor Lawrence with nobody, I believe. No, nobody. But that's okay. He's my quarterback 3. He's going to have decent numbers. Probably be streaky. Regardless, they all kind of run a little bit. They're not like amazing runners. They're not Lamar. They're not Jaden. But, they'll throw for a few. And I think this is this is why I'm high on the mid-range quarterbacks, because throughout the weeks, you'll get, good numbers through each of them. I got a nice little divisional matchup that I'll get twice a year, potentially twice a year, with the Denver and Chargers. I feel like my quarterback room is on par with the ones with the elites because I'm able to have 3 mid tiers. So he drafted Josh Allen and Anthony Richardson. I feel like my stay please. My ceiling is a little bit lower, but my floor is a lot higher or on par with the elites. So I won't get blown out at quarterback. My running back room, it's trash. I'm not gonna deny that. It's pretty bad. It's really bad. But Ray Davis, Devin Neal, Roshan Johnson, Marshawn Lloyd, Rashard Smith. I mean, I could see Ray Davis and Roshan for the majority of the beginning of the season, holding it down with a nice solid 5 points apiece. But if one injury away from both any of them taking the backfield, the butter is made here in our wide receiver room, where we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson. I mean, all the number one options for their respective teams. And JSN now with Cooper Kupp. Yeah. It could be a lot of targets for JSN. And then Godwin, Burden, Rashid, hopefully Godwin comes back to his regular self. If not, he's my 5th wide receiver. He's not going to burn me. Luther Burden, I see Jamar Chase traits. I don't see his consistency, but I see his traits in Burden, and I think that's a nice flyer. Rashid Shaheed is a flyer, and so is Hollywood Brown. And so those are fun picks. And a nice little, if you think about it, another KC versus the Chargers, Brown versus the Knicks, Keenan Allen could sign anywhere. Heck, give the Pats the old wide receivers. Give them Keenan Allen. That'd be fun. And then you got good old Pat Bryant, who I think is the next coming of OBJ. It's talent. I think going to U of I with shit quarterbacks has developed him a good enough mold to make acrobatic catches and sideline catches and game-winning touchdowns that the coach there is going to love. And then the tight end room, which I like getting earlier tight ends. If I don't get, honestly, I love the current top 10 tight ends. I'm not, obviously some of them are going to suck, which it easily could be Johnny Smith, but I do like Johnny Smith's upside, and I like the Dolphins offense. And then obviously Sam Laporta, new offense. We don't know who he's going to run his offense through, but we do know that Laporta is a big dude who can catch, and he was dealing with a couple injuries last year. And I think if he has an injury-free season, I think he can repeat what he did his rookie year. You're going to have 8 running backs, and you got Derrick Henry. Maybe she knows more than I do. Another naked Joe Burrow team. Is that? Oh, we got Gesicki. That's good. Why draft Mostert? What is he doing for your team? I don't mean to review other people's team. That's rude. That's rude. I don't mean to take shot at a girl. Happy to have you in here. All right. All right, I appreciate it, Brent. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I got a couple more streams before we have the old baby, but once we have the baby, you won't see me for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then we'll get back to the grind. We're gonna start grinding this. Grinding all the small tournaments early, and then come July, we're gonna start grinding the Millie Maker. Probably do 2 drafts a stream or something along those lines. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate Brent for that for buying with the books. I my wife will be happy to hear that. And appreciate it, man. It's been fun. It has been real. It's been real fun. Later, guys.